Daniel Army and welcome back to my channel. Alright, so I just wanted to say happy Sunday to you guys. I'm sorry that my hair is like a hot mess. I literally just got back from work not too long ago. As you can see in the previous clip, I did a time lapse and my foot is asleep, so it literally feels like numb. Anyways, I hope your Sunday is better than mine. Anyways, so I have been really into like the aesthetics lately, if I'm even saying that right. So the meaning of that is like somebody that's concerned with beauty or the appreciation of beauty. And then I don't know if you know, but like aesthetics, they have a lot to do with butterflies. So I, made a list of 20 interesting facts about butterflies, and then I went in and I looked up the meaning of aesthetic, and then I was like, why are butterflies so involved with the aesthetics? So the aesthetic value of a butterfly, it is basically a part of our a part of our natural heritage, and has been studied for over 300 years. And then just like butterflies are beautiful. Butterflies are often portrayed as the essence of nature or as representing freedom, beauty, or peace. And then butterflies symbolize and like have a meaning to it. So butterflies symbolize as deep and powerful, and then it's also a representation of life. Many cultures associate the butterfly with our souls. We see the butterfly as a symbol of resurrection, and then it also represents endurance, change, hope, and life. And then I will get into this like interesting facts. I was gonna do like just 10 interesting facts, but I was like, this video needs to be a whole lot longer. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube channel or like any YouTube channels, but like the 2 videos I uploaded yesterday, it's saying that the top one has 15 views when it literally had 17 views, and the one below that has 1 view when it had 6 views. So I don't know what's going on with YouTube, if it's just overloaded with people, that are new coming on here, or like what. So anyways, did you guys know that butterfly wings are transparent? That's really cool. Butterflies are really, really like beautiful. So anyways, this is kind of an interesting fact. I didn't know that butterflies had feet. Okay, like you always seen like butterflies and they have those like wing things or something coming out of their head. That's actually their feet. So they feed with their feet, which is kind of interesting. Like they somehow come from the back or something all the way to the front just to feed. Butterflies live on an all-liquid diet. They drink from mud puddles and where did I see that? Oh yeah, they also feed on nectar from flowers. So that's 2 different facts. Let me just mark these as I go so I don't like repeat myself. Okay. And then like a newly emerged butterfly can't fly right away. I'm not really sure how long from it being born, like how long it takes. I don't know if it takes a week or like a couple days for them to fly, but if you guys don't know, well, I'll get into that, but butterflies are pretty much here, I have a thing. So butterflies are butterfly's life cycle is made up of 4 parts: the egg, the larva, which is the caterpillar, you know, because when it hatches from the egg, it creates a caterpillar. The chrysalis, which is if you ever had like a butterfly net or whatever in your like elementary classes, or if you even had one at home, a chrysalis is when a butterfly goes like on the top and creates like a nest type thing. Sometimes they will turn into moths, and other times they will turn into beautiful, beautiful butterflies. So after the chrysalis, it turns into an adult, and that's the 4 different parts or life cycle of a butterfly. Butterflies can't fly if they're cold, which is interesting. So butterflies can get sick, I guess, like humans, which is kind of interesting, you know, because if you get like a flu or something, you get like the chills, you get hot and cold. So butterflies are pretty much like us, which is really cool. Butterflies often live just a few weeks, or they can live up to a year, which is kind of sad. They go through such like amazing processes to like come to life, and they only live within a week, like only live within a few weeks to a year. And they can only live up to a year like in adult stage, which is kind of interesting, because like when I was reading, it literally said that butterflies often live just a few weeks, but I guess once they get to like their full adult, they can live within a year. So that's kind of crazy. Butterflies are nearsighted, but they can see colors, which is kind of interesting. Is nearsighted, I forget if nearsighted is like close up or far away. Let me know in the comments. So butterflies employ like tricks to avoid being eaten. So if you're out in like the wilderness or whatever, they might try to like camouflage themselves into like wood and stuff, you know, like what's those things, like chameleons? They can change colors to blend themselves in, which is kind of cool, so they don't get eaten or whatever. So that's how butterflies do it, because most of the time if you see a butterfly, it's a monarch butterfly, and monarchs are like, they have brown and like orange and yellow, so they can probably just go up to like an old tree branch or something and just kind of like blend in with it so they don't get eaten, because that's really sad, because they already live within a few weeks to a year, so they want to try to live as long as possible without getting eaten. Butterflies have brightly colored wings with unique patterns made up of tiny scales. Now that's interesting, because when you think of scales, you think of like fish. I don't know, that's just the first thing that like comes to mind, but that's kind of interesting that the patterns, the unique patterns you see are just like tiny, tiny, tiny scales. So apparently there are 15,000 to 20,000 different species of butterflies, which is crazy, because like I just said, majority of the time you only really see like monarch butterflies. If you want to get like a better picture of a monarch butterfly, just go to Google or whatever your search engine preference is and type in monarch butterfly. They are beautiful. Okay. There is a species of butterfly called birdwing, and they have large angular wings and fly in a similar way to birds. So that's kind of cool. So if you think it's a flock of birds, then it might sometimes be like birds and bird-winged butterflies flying together, that would be really neat to see, because like I said, butterflies are beautiful. Alright, so this is the one I was talking about earlier. Monarch butterflies are known for their long migration, and they can travel up to 4,000 kilometers within a whole year. Like, they travel every year. So they have a long migration, I guess, to feed and whatever else they need to get, but they can't get in the areas that they're born and raised in, I guess, if that makes sense. So we are, as humans, are we red-blooded or are we blue-blooded? I don't know, because our veins are blue. But anyways, butterflies are blue-blooded and can only feed or fly when their bodies are a temperature of 30 degrees, which is crazy because if you think about it, like, we have to have a temperature of like 96 point something, and if it's like 99 point something or higher, that means we're sick. So if they don't have a temperature of 30 degrees, I'm wondering if it's like, if they're like us, like if they get a temperature higher than 30 degrees, then they're sick, or is it if the temperature is below 30 degrees, then they're sick. Because I know if us humans have a temperature below 96, 97 point whatever, then we're normal. Like, I get my temperature taken every day before I like can actually go do my shift, and sometimes my temperature is like 94.8 or something, and I'm like, that means I'm freezing cold and I'm not sick. So I don't know, that's crazy. Okay, so if you're wondering if butterflies are smart, yes, they are. They are apparently more intelligent than anybody else, than anybody knew. Like, us humans, they're more intelligent than, you know, we knew. They basically just, when they become like butterflies, they somehow remember all the things they learned from their caterpillar stages. But what is interesting is when they become their butterfly, you know, into their butterfly bodies and, you know, become an adult or whatever, their brains usually turn to mush or like soup or whatever, which gets me into another amazing fact here. Butterflies do have brains and they have a heart. So they are so human, like, it's not even funny. Except butterflies' hearts are long chambered and it runs the length of their body on the upper side. So if you're picking up a butterfly from the wilderness, remember it sits and it flaps its wings. Its brain, or its heart, is like on this side and not on the underneath part, which is really cool. And then some people wonder, you know, if butterflies bite. They don't bite. Some caterpillars do, but when they become butterflies and in their adult, you know, bodies or whatever, their jaws are like just gone. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have, because I read all this other stuff that I needed to read here. So if you're an aesthetic person like me, if I'm even saying that word right, there you go. That's pretty much interesting facts about butterflies and why butterflies are so important to the aesthetic community. Aesthetic community, or like aesthetic fans, I don't know what the heck you call them. I do have an aesthetic Instagram that I just made. I always link my Instagrams in the description below, as well as my Twitter and my TikTok. So make sure you go check the description out and follow me on all those platforms. Yeah, let me see. Anyways, I'm gonna go, but before I go, make sure you smash that like button, share this video, comment down below, subscribe, and there's a little bell next to the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that and turn it on to all so you can be notified every single time I post a brand new video. And I will see you all lovely McDaniel Army people in the next video. I love you guys so much, and peace out.